Welcome back, guys. Now, as promised, Ian is going to be showing off Skylanders Swap Force. The Pokemans with the figurines and the stuff. And why am I doing Bill Cosby? I don't know. Let's go check it out.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 5 of Gaming Gear. Today we have Skylanders Swap Force from Activision. And let's check out what this game is all about.
Your new power is choice. Swappable, unstoppable. Skylanders Swap Force.
Now, if you always like toys and you like to collect them, and you always wish that there was a video game that you could actually put the toys into, well, Activision makes this wish a reality. There's the Skylanders Swap Force that we saw in the trailer, and let's actually see what's inside this great box and what comes included in the starter edition of it. Alright, so in the box, when you open it up, you get this awesome loud plastic that pretty much holds everything in place. And in there, you got the 3 toys. 2 of them are actually the Swap Force Skylanders, and the other one is the original. And the main difference between 2 of them is that the Swap Force ones, you can separate the 2 pieces together and swap them around, and this one just comes as 1 piece. But we'll see how that plays out in the actual game a little bit later on. So then on the other side, you get the game, as well as all the cards, instruction manuals, and the cool thing is it also includes a poster with all the Skylanders in the game included. So that's cool, you can put it up on the wall and check it out. So the actual swap portal is this cool little device that you can connect to your console using just a regular USB connection. And the portal itself is very light, and it uses the something that some of you may have heard about called the NFC technology, which is what they use in modern phones to read and save data and transfer files. So it requires very close contact, but allows pretty fast data transfer. So that's how the game identifies what exactly you put on top of this portal. So that's really cool. The portal itself also lights up, and it's got many colors depending on what you put on it, and it communicates certain things and actions to you as well with the colors. So Skylanders Swap Force, what is this game is actually all about? The game, in summary, it's basically an action platformer that's 3D with beautiful graphics, very bright and very colorful and very entertaining. The game is primarily single player, however it does have co-op functionality, and it is local co-op, so you do have to have two actual present players physically with 2 characters on the portal, on the swap portal. And other than that, it doesn't have online play, which could be a downside, but as far as I'm concerned, this game is pretty awesome if you're just playing it by yourself. The game does have a lot of collectibles and a lot of characters that you can buy for it, ranging from the very simple characters from the original series to the giants from the second installment of the game, to the light core characters that are again single set pieces but essentially explode when you place them into the game, to the newest and the latest Swap Force characters that comprise of 2 pieces that you can separate and swap it into 2 different characters, giving them different abilities and different ways to travel and navigate throughout the game. Now, the light core characters can be purchased separately, and just like we have over here, which I believe is a Series 3 character over here, but essentially the characters, they come either individually by themselves, or you can get them in adventure packs. And adventure packs, they come with additional missions, I believe 2 items, as well as the either 1 or a couple characters themselves included in there. So as for the platforms that this game is released on, you can pretty much think that it's out on any platform, both new and old gen, but to actually name a few, it's out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Wii, as well as Wii U, Nintendo 3DS, and this game is not out on PC for those of you, the PC gamers, wondering if you can actually, do something. But, I do see it's a USB connection, so I'm thinking, maybe there's someone out there who created some kind of little map hack or just a little workaround to actually get this thing working on PC, but, that's definitely not supported officially, so there's that. So when it comes to the actual gameplay of the game, it's rather simple. You get the basic attack, you get the jump, which is, by the way, a new ability in its new installment of the game, because that was not present in the first 2 versions of the game. So that's new and exciting, as well as you get a few additional other either wrench special ability or a few other abilities that come with it. Now, in the swap characters, because they have different means of traveling, you also get a different movement ability. Now, the gameplay itself, it varies from the standard enter the room and kill everyone in it and then collect the prize at the end, to actually having certain puzzles involved in it, or say if you're actually, like I said, using the climbing character, you get kind of a, you know, shoot 'em up kind of deal where you're climbing up and then you have enemies coming down on you, and your objective essentially to kill them all. Now there are different puzzles, there are different ways you can collect coins and collect different treasures, but this time Swap Force brings a lot more hidden treasures. So they kind of, not exactly force, but they encourage you to explore and see what's going on in the game. So that's amazing. And I think that's definitely the right way to go with evolving this genre of actually putting toys in there and seeing what kind of hats you can change and what kind of hats you can wear. What's actually amazing is the Spyro the Dragon from the original series, I was able to, you know, take the save file with, well, I didn't actually take it, it already was on the hard drive, and as soon as I put the character into the new game, everything that the character already had, the hats it had on it, and all the different items that were equipped in it were already transferred into the new game. So that was kind of seamless and awesome. So in summary, this game is actually quite awesome. You know, originally when I tackled this review, I kind of thought it was just like, you know, it's just a money grab to get you to buy all these different characters and, you know, spend money on all this additional DLC. But it turns out that it's actually a very awesome approach to gaming, and that's something we kind of, you know, always dreamt when we watched movies or, you know, read the books, where you can take a toy and you can actually put it in this, you know, virtual world. And, you know, that's exactly what this game is about, is that you have a toy that you can physically have in real life and you can play with it, especially, you know, obviously for those kids, or if you are into collecting them, they are really good quality and there's a pretty awesome paint job on them, as you can see. So that's an awesome way to do it. And as if, you know, once you trade and collect and you get to have all these characters, then you can actually, you know, play with them and play with your friends in co-op. Although it is not online, so I think that's a little bit of a downside on this game, but, you know, that's what it is, and probably next gen they're going to have online co-op. I hope they do, because that's going to make it a lot more awesome and maybe introduce some kind of a player versus player component. So, but that's all hopes and dreams. But as it stands, this game is very fun. The graphics are very amazing. You have music that is, you know, it's a good atmosphere. I don't think it's anything special. And actually, in fact, speaking of music, is sometimes you kind of, you know, don't really hear it, but it's there and it's pretty cool. So no complaints there. The difficulty of the game ranges between, you know, very easy to just about average. So again, it goes well with the game being for children essentially. But again, it is fun. So if you're into that type of genre, absolutely great, you can get it. So when it comes to actually collecting the characters and spending money on it, you're definitely expecting to drop a lot of money on this game if you plan to collect them all. So Skylanders Swap Force is a pretty awesome game with a lot of characters and a lot of potential gameplay elements that you can explore and experiment with, and that's absolutely great. If you're into toy collecting, you get all the different combinations and all the different toys from over 3 installments of the game. So if you're into collecting, there is plenty of room for you to work with. In terms of the actual gameplay, recommend it to anyone, especially because the difficulty ranges from very easy, making it you know, definitely approachable for the younger audience, to somewhat actually hard in a few levels, and some puzzles are quite interesting, so making it more appealing for the mature audience. So I think I definitely recommend the game to all of you. Thank you for watching this segment of Gaming Gear. My name is Ian Burkowski, and I'll see you next time.
Thanks a lot, Ian. That was absolutely fantastic. I know when I saw Skylanders for the first time, I thought to myself, how awesome would your childhood have been if Pokemon had gone in this direction? The answer? Amazing. Coming up after the break, we've got our interview with Kate Thompson. It's going to be awesome, talking about board games. Stay tuned.